On the day before the vibrancy and color of the Reed Dance Festival, I took a step back into time, a time before the celebrations, before the unity of the nation. Today, I find myself at the tomb of Eswatini's founding king, King Sobhuza II.
This is where King Sobhuza II laid in state before he was taken for the traditional burial in the southern part of the country in a mountain. This is where King Sobhuza II lifted the flag of the country for the first time on the 25th of April 1967, and this is where he signed for the independence of the country. 1982, on the 3rd of September, he laid here in state. The people came for the memorial service and saw him through the glass house. He was then later taken for the burial in the southern part of the country. We've got his pictorial exhibition, we've got the mausoleum, and we've got his statue. We've got the pictures of the king from 1899 until 1982 when he passed on. We even have his 3 cars which he was using. There's another car which was his favorite car. He named it
Nkulongolo.
Yes, meaning a big bird.
Big bird, okay.
Yes, they say that he so much loved the car that he thought that maybe one day it will just flew him high to the sky.
Oh,
That is why he named it
When was the King Sobhuza born? What year?
1899 on the 22nd of July. That is why even in the country, on the 22nd of July, it's a public holiday. We're celebrating the birth of King Sobhuza II. One which is called Ingulungulu.
That's the bed, huh?
Yes, the big bed, that one. Ingulungulu.
Oh my God. It's beautiful. The bird. And this one.
So we are going to start this side, the flag of the country, which the king lifted here. Before a country is granted independence, it needs to, there are requirements that they need to do. The national flag, which King Sobhuza II lifted here in 1967, before we gained the independence in the country. Our flag, it is like this. We have the colors. The blue stands for the peace and stability of the country. The yellow color stands for the mineral resources of the country. And the red stands for the past battles. We will remember that Swazi was under the British. And during the Second World War, Swaziland participated during the Second World War. There were soldiers who were taken to help during the Second World War. So the red stands for the past battles. Yes. Then we have the coat of arms, this one, which has which has the lion. The lion represents the king, and the elephant represents the queen mother of the country. They are both supporting the Swazi shield. This is the shield. And above the shield is the king's crown of feathers, which is worn during Inkwala ceremony. We call it Lidlabe in Siswati. This Lidlabe in Siswati. At the bottom of the is the national motto, Siyingaba. This word Siyingaba, yes, which means that we are the fortress or we are the pillars of strength. Then we've got our national anthem, which represents the tradition, history, and beliefs of the nation and its people. Our language is Siswati, and the capital city of the country is Mbabane. 1899 to 1910, it's the birth of King Sobhuza II, born during the First Anglo-Boer War, born by his father, King Bunu, father of King Sobhuza, and his mother, Lomawa. When he was born, his father named him Nkothocheni. His birth names were Nkothocheni and Mona. Mona meaning jealousy. He was named by his grandmother. They say that when King Sobhuza II was born, the people burnt down the royal residence. You remember that it was during the Anglo-Boer War. The royal residence was burnt. So the grandmother thought that the people have jealousy that the king is born. Thus he named his grandson Mona. King Sobhuza's father, King Bunu, passed on same year, 1899 in December. So the grandmother continued ruling the country and raising the king. While she was raising King Sobhuza, she was ruling the country as a queen regent. While she was raising King Sobhuza, she had a vision that King Sobhuza needs to be educated. So the Swazis then built a school next to the royal residence where the king was born. That school, it is still there even today. It is called Sobhuza National School in the eastern part of the country. Yes, next to the royal residence where he was born. Then here it is 1916 when he was doing his secondary education in South Africa last day. So he did his secondary from 1916 until 1918. After finishing his secondary, he was then recalled back in the country to start his traditional rituals. The traditional rituals they undergo before they are installed as a king are the ones which determine which mountain are they going to be buried to, because our kings are buried in different mountains. So they need to undergo those traditional rituals before they are installed as king. So King Sobhuza II undergo those traditional rituals. Then he was installed as the king of the country in 1921, December 1921. So he started ruling Swaziland from 1921 until 1982 when he passed on. Yes, then these are the cars beside which he was using. The one that is in the middle is the one, it's 1986 until today. Then in the section, it's 1947 after the Second World War. We were visited by King George.
Yes, England.
The 6th of England, yes, and the Princess Elizabeth. They were here to meet King Sobhuza II and to thank the Swazi nation for the support during the war. So they met with King Sobhuza II in a town which was called Hoedgegaan. After that, King Sobhuza II changed the town to Nhlangano. Nhlangano means a meeting. Yes, that is where they met with King George. This is the train which they used when coming into Swaziland. Yes. Then this section is 1951 to 60. Around 1953, King Sobhuza went to honor the coronation of Queen Elizabeth in London. We will remember that King Sobhuza, by then, he was still a paramount chief because we were still under the British.
British, yes.
So the British people started recognizing him as a king of the country after we gained independence in 1968. We see princesses during Ingwala ceremony. Ingwala, it's a kingship ceremony. It happens in December and January. It's even a prayer for the Swazis. We're praying for the ending year and we're praying for the new year in our ancestors. Then 1961 to 69, King Sobhuza opened the Parliament of Swaziland in 1967. Yes, after opening the parliament, then it was the Independence Day.
67, is it?
Yes, 6th of September, 1968.
68?
Yes.
Was Independence Day.
So he started by opening the parliament. Okay, all these pictures, it's 68. First anniversary of our Independence Day. Then there are hotels in the country, the Royal Swazi hotels, which were opened by King Sobhuza II around 1970, and he named them the Holiday Inn.
Where is the hotel now?
Okay, unfortunately they were closed down after COVID. Yes, they are still
Royal.
under, yes,
down in Eswatini. Yeah.
Then this is what they were during the Ingwala ceremony.
Yes.
Ingwala. In this picture, it's 1976. We were visited by the late president of Mozambique,
Samara Machel, yeah.
1981, King Sobhuza celebrated the Diamond Jubilee. We were visited by Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, Margaret Thatcher.
Yes. So when he was celebrating the Diamond Jubilee, he was celebrating 60 years of ruling Swaziland without wars in the country and celebrating 82 years old. During the celebration of the Diamond Jubilee, he told the world that the reason why he was able to rule Swaziland for 60 years without wars, it is because he doesn't have any enemy. What Aganas. These last pictures were taken a few days before he passed on. He summoned the Swazi nation at the Kettlebrai, and he talked to them about keeping peace in the country and preserving our culture, which we are still doing even today in the country. Then, this is the reed.
The reed dance.
Yes, which is collected by young girls every year. They collect the reed and they take it to the Queen Mother's place so that they make the windbreaks of the royal crown. It's only young maidens who are supposed to go to the reed dance.
So what is this dome? This dome, what is it?
The other building.
This dome now.
We've got a statue there.
Oh.
This is where the statue is.
Oh, right, okay.
But can we start here?
This is like a Olympic
It's
stuff.
an eternal flame or torch which we light it on the special days of the country. During the Independence Day, we light it on top. We even light it when we're having heads of state visiting the park. When we're lighting it, we're still showing the love which was left by King Sobhuza II, that it still lives on in Swaziland. Then we've got the bowl under the axis. It represents our Swazi bowl we use for eating. It is made of wood. We call it umkwembe in Siswati. Then we'll go and see the statue, which is built facing the eastern part of the country, where the Swazi monarchy originated from, through Mozambique.
Oh, through Mozambique?
Yes, the Swazis, they originated from the east.
Not from Zulu?
No, through Mozambique. That is why we're calling them Emalangen. Our Swazi currency, Emalangen. Lilanga, it's the sun. Lilang. And they originated from the east, where the sun comes from. We have the statue, which is facing the eastern part of the country, where the Swazi monarchy originated from. Secondly, it is looking over that mountain there. It's a royal burial mountain. That is where his father was buried. Then the third reason is very close to town. Which was a main heart in Sobhuza. We call it Lilang. It's where the the shields around the statue represent the regiments usually that the lions represents the king, and that traditionally before a king takes throne, he's supposed to kill a lion. That is why we're regarding them as awesome creatures, but it actually that's the
Swazi has been a country at my heart. And yes, I always wish to come and do bigger production here to show the country and its cultural heritage. Thank you so much.
I left Lubamba heading toward Matenga, a traditional old houses that was preserved for the showcasing of the ways of life on how the Swazis lived during the 18th and 19th century and how they dance and their day-to-day activities. I have to witness it myself.